Hello and everybody for watching Expert Matters. My name is Shruti and today we have someone really inspiring with us, Aishwary Mishra. He's a growth expert with over 7 years of experience in digital marketing, social media, startups and business development. He has helped launch multiple brands, created engaging content, including podcasts, and knows what it takes to build something from scratch. From studying computer applications to leading exciting projects and companies, Aishwarya's journey shows how passion and learning can take you far, no matter where you start from. So let's dive into his story and learn from his experience. Thank you so much, Aishwarya, for joining us today and taking our time for doing this.
Thank you so much, Shruti. I would seriously thank you for this amazing introduction you gave about me, and I am so excited to go ahead with this interview.
We are equally excited. Aishwarya, I want to dig in by asking you all about your journey, but can you just give us a rough background about how did you start and what did you do and now what are you doing so that we find out a lot of questions to ask you today?
Sure, sure. So I started my journey as an engineer with lots of more curiosity beyond coding and physics, chemistry, maths, what we all go through in school, colleges. But yeah, there was always a knack of storytelling, consumer behavior, and digital trends going in within my head. And I was so curious to know about brands. Like I was literally reading their branding, their packaging, what's been in a chips packet, where it is getting manufactured, and who is marketing it, and all such thing was going in my head like that, and that took a leap me into the marketing because I was by that time so passionate about it. I don't have that much background of the marketing by that time, but yeah, I was full of passion.
Amazing. I think great talents and great creative field starts from doing BTech and engineering.
Right.
Uh, my first question for you would be what made you choose digital marketing and business growth as your field?
So I would answer this question as like I was so keen to know about psychology, and I had known for a fact that when psychology has been met with creativity and data, so the what shall I say, the mocktail which is being cooked there is so delicious, and that brings me into the marketing background basically. And
Hmm.
there is one more point, like I am coming from Rajasthan, and I've seen Rajasthani growing their businesses like without burning millions. So I was so excited. I was so I had that in my blood by itself. So that led me to marketing basically.
Amazing, amazing. And was it very difficult to switch from, engineering to a different, marketing, digital marketing and creative podcast, business growth field?
Yeah, obviously it was a difficult journey for me because in my in engineering there was some coding, there was physics as I already told you, but marketing is all about like what ground knowledge basically you have, what problem solving situations have you gone through. Marketing is all about the purpose. Uh, so yeah, it was difficult, but yeah, it was a fun journey.
Do you feel that was, this transition was worth it in your life?
Yes, yes, yes. It was really worth it.
Amazing. We want to understand all you do in your entire day at work. So can you help us understand what does your daily job look like?
Yeah, so it looked like uh, having conversation with teams, aligning the campaigning with them, having words with founders and co-founders about their day-to-day, like uh, whatever the situation they are facing in day-to-day life, and how can we make them easy. In perspective of like personal brand also, and in professional brands also we are running in our company. So this is my day looks like. I'm just a whole day busy with solving problems basically.
Do you also have a lot of meetings to attend?
Not so much of meetings, but yeah, only one meeting with the director in a day every day. I had to do that. He is
What
not.
kind of projects, what kind of projects you deal with? So can you explain one project you're really, really proud of?
Sure. So I would not name the company, but yeah, we are working for the multiple brands. And the project which I'm so proud of is the project, like it was a startup, and with the help of team and with the courage and with the passion, we helped it grow to 4x in just 18 months. And it was all organic. It was all through performance marketing, and the brand positioning was not right at that time. So just we helped into getting it into the right space, and
Mhm.
that's how I'm proud of, and I'm proud of my team which we work for the brand.
Amazing. That sounds fantastic. And of course, I understand that you cannot name your clients, but can you give us a rough idea of what kind of companies have you worked with previously as well?
Sure, sure, sure. So because I have so much of experience, and I quit early in my career also. Like I just dropped my engineering basically. So I have been working since a long time, and so the company I have worked with have been corporates, like big corporates, early age startups, at tech firms, and D2C brands. So yeah, all those are the companies I've worked for.
Very holistic group of companies, and these are all growing rapidly in these days. um, Say for example, Aishwarya, if any student who is currently pursuing their educational degrees whatsoever, uh, if they want to enter into a role of performance marketer or maybe a digital marketer, or say for example somebody who knows digital marketing at their core, so how do they start? What kind of skill set should these students learn to work in this field?
So for the beginner, I would suggest that first of all, like because I also faced so much of challenges, like we are not learning. It's a very bare minimum tool, but everyone should learn about it, and it's Microsoft Excel, or you can say Google Sheets. So we are stepping that as a now, like what will it work in future? But I would seriously suggest that one should have command on Excel and command on the formulas of Excel, because it helps you in the data analysis. Second thing I would suggest is like you should be a very like you should start, you should be good at storytelling part, because the words are those things which are selling in the market today. The stories are selling, not the product. Basically, what the story you are building about the around the product is selling. So you have to be a good storyteller as well. You have to be good in the Excel, and you should definitely go for the marketing tools. And yeah, last but not the least thing which I would suggest is there are many YouTube videos and content available on consumer psychology. If you really want to pursue a career in the digital marketing, you should definitely go watch those content on consumer psychology.
That's an amazing advice because you can definitely clearly link human psychology and consumer psychology to, marketing charters. Do you
Right.
recommend any specific courses or websites as well?
For digital marketing, like bare minimum you can do is go for the Google Digital Garage. HubSpot is also good. And if you want to deep dive like in the like whole process of branding, marketing, and all such things, so there is a something called Y Combinator. So just Google Y Combinator, and they have so many of courses listed there, and you can definitely check out and go ahead with your pace and like with your experience and what suits you the best, basically.
Got it. Understood. And Aishwarya, one question, it pops up every time somebody wants to enter into marketing, that do you need to be very creative to work in a marketing domain?
I would say yes, you have to be, because it's a competitive market outside. Big brands which are already in a big positions are doing very well. So you need to be very creative and passionate about your marketing thing. I would not say a paint a canvas sort of creative thing, but you should be like a good champion solving the puzzle basically.
Hmm.
So this is a basic difference in creativity. I want to what I want to suggest is, so yeah, you should be creative in this thing.
Understood. And when we talk about creativity, when we talk about skill set, how do you, break it into scratch? If I have to understand as a 6-year-old student, how would you help me understand? How do you help a company grow from the beginning, from the start?
Like from the start, first of all, like If it's a product based company, so you should first of all understand about the product. The person who has built that product, it's his or her baby. So as the parents, like they would be best to tell you about the story, the childhood story, where they are coming from. So first of all, learn about the product. Second, then you will jump on the audience. Like what audience will pursue that product or what audience will purchase that product. You should understand about that. Then third point I will suggest is like find the channels where those audience are present. Like they might be on YouTube, they might be on Instagram, they might be with Meta, they might be on Google, they might be anywhere, but you should be very specific and find those channels for you where your audience is present. And lastly, you should start experimenting with your marketing, strategies, marketing campaigns as soon as possible so that you can know what's working for you and what's not working for you. So as soon as after like knowing about your audience, you will get onto the experimentation things because there is nothing like without experiment you can't be so sure about your marketing campaigns. You should definitely experiment things, and that's how you build a brand and go ahead with the marketing.
That's actually a fantastic way to, apply your creativity in mind in your actual business to get the shit done. Uh,
Right.
you majorly work with a lot of startup companies in multiple industries and domains. What is the most exciting part of working with startups? Why do you not work with large companies?
So basically, first of all, if I would have to say about this is so the only word which came to my mind is freedom. So you get freedom to, experiment. Like in previous question also, I told something about experimentation. So in startups, you get that, that not to experiment things. You are not just a marketer or just an employee. You are a co-builder. You are pushing something which everyone is aligned on. We are pushing together on that part, and that yeah, you can break some rules as well. Like you don't have to follow that. White mark line that always have to be followed in corporates and so yeah for those things and yeah like every day feels like a fresh start so
Fair.
for those reasons I choose to work in startups.
Got it. That's a very fantastic reason. Now, a lot of students could be watching this video. So, my questions are totally dependent on how they understand if they want to get into a similar domain as you are working in. What kind of
Okay.
advice would you give to students who want to enter into a similar field like yours?
So I would say like start small, start by yourself, make yourself a product and try to market it. So there is so much of learning over there. You will know how to build a personal brand, how like your content is working. Like if you are going on a journey of a storytelling, so are you being able to make that or create that story by yourself or not? Secondly, I would suggest help local businesses because by that you can gain some proof of work as well with you. So I would suggest that help local businesses always and be shamelessly curious and ask questions, try and test everything I would suggest.
And if a student has a lot of creativity in their head and they want to actually, they can't wait to move into a field of digital marketing because now these days we are all dependent on numbers. How many followers do we have on Instagram? What kind of reach our specific reel or individual reel is having? What kind of picture should I upload to get how many likes? So if a student really wants to get into the hands-on experience, how can a student get practical experience in today's time?
Yeah, that what I'm saying. Like start small, start big. But yeah, in turn with startups, like there are many startups in the market currently. So I would suggest to intern with startups, build a portfolio from the beginning. When since you are reading, since you are in your college days, build your like portfolio. Since then, if you can build some case studies, that's so much well and good. And last but not the least, whatever is whatever is making you believe, so you should make it believe, but on the other hand join some communities of that belief also. Okay, So from there, what you will do, like you will not just learn, you will also become a real doer joining those communities.
Hmm. Fair enough. Wonderful advice. My last but not the least question, Aishwarya, for you. What was your biggest learning in the last few years?
So my biggest learning is like if I talk in sense of business, so business is all about 20% of your ideation and 80% of the execution you are doing. Secondly, I would suggest that the faster you learn, unlearn the things and relearn, better you thrive in market because you have to deal with all three things in a simultaneous way. Uh, Lastly, like growth is not a linear path, and neither is your career. So basically, it's a everyday hustle, I would say.
That's a wonderful advice. Thank you. I think thank you so much, Ashwarya. We have covered everything. It was really great to, hear how you found your path, took bold steps, and built so many exciting projects from ground. And it is not just interesting, it's super motivating as well, especially for the students who are going to, figure out their careers and choose what they want to do in life. The I personally enjoyed the way you spoke about learning, experimenting, believing in yourself, your ideas, your creativity. It truly stood out. And I really, really appreciate you taking time to talk to us. It was, a pleasure having you, and we hope we keep in touch later on and we keep on having more such sessions in future.
So I hope that the audience are also loving this content and getting some insight through it.
They
I
definitely will. Because you have broken down each and everything into basic steps as a beginner. How do you, take up and enter as a beginner, taking your first steps in any journey? So I think that was a wonderful and fantastic interaction, and we've covered it in such a short period of time. So very short, very nice, and I personally had a lot of fun interviewing you. Thank you so much.